So I had my modelling cards and I'd put them like under my bed, and my mum found them, started ringing around all my aunties saying she's a prostitute. I found her calling cards that she puts up in the phone boxes.
Oh my God.
You're through to option 1.
Option 1 podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Option 1 podcast show with me, Ben.
Hi, and I'm Rhian, and we've got the wonderful Levi and Mackenzie on today.
Yes, we sure do. And for those of you who are stupid enough not to know who Levi and Mackenzie are, Levi is a stalwart of the Babestation.
And Glamour Girl.
And
You've done
Glamour
all
Girl.
sorts, Levi.
Yeah.
And then she's had a beautiful daughter.
Yes,
who's
hello,
now
beautiful daughter.
got into the industry as well.
Making her way
so many
up
questions.
the ranks.
So many questions. But let's start with the viewers' questions, should I say.
First up, we got Jimmy Smith 06. Jimmy Smith 06.
Okay.
Do you go out dating much? And what would a guy have to do to go out on a date with either of you?
Well, I have actually never been on a date.
She doesn't
ever.
date, she just breaks hearts.
Okay,
I
sure,
do,
heartbreaker,
yeah.
not a
I
dater.
like that. That's cute.
Sorry, let's deep dive into that. What do you mean you've not been on a date? You
So-
can't. You're what are you, 35? You can't have not been on a date.
Well, I mean, I haven't been on like a first date, should I say, because all of my boyfriends have been friends of mine for many years, and then it's developed into a relationship. So I've never done the dating game, I've been on dating sites, but only to promote my OnlyFans page. So I am banned from Tinder. So.
You got banned from Tinder? How is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, I was just swiping people and then
Okay.
ignoring them.
Sending out her links.
Yeah, that's
okay.
not a bad idea.
So
Yeah.
Tinder caught on and we're like, this is just for publicity.
Yeah, you're not
She's
allowed.
the Tinder swindler.
You're not allowed. Yeah,
Tinder
and
swindler.
you're kind of catfishing because you're not looking for a date, are you? You're trying to sort of.
Is
set up
anyone on
business.
Tinder looking for a date?
Well, I did notice a lot of people I swiped specifically said in their bio, no webcam girls, because they must be sick of girls actually going on there and doing this, and they've had enough of it because they actually want to go on a date.
So you've all
there.
found a
Yeah,
little
because you know
loophole
all the
there.
lads on Tinder are really serious about relationships. Like, I just want someone I can take home to my mom.
I know 2 people who've got married from Tinder.
I know a few, to
2.
be fair.
2 out of 7 million is not bad. I like those stats.
I missed the whole Tinder era. I wouldn't mind a go on it, like just to see what's out there. Because I imagine...
Yeah.
We're going to cut that for her husband.
Well, no, not for like that, but I'm just curious because like me and Oliver met in a bar, like old school, which I don't feel like doesn't happen anymore. So I can't imagine what it's like to literally scroll through and be like,
Well, I go out a lot. I'm quite sociable. And my friends, they will like snog 5 guys in a night, get bought drinks left, right and centre. And I'm like, no one ever asked me if I want a drink at all.
Do they not? They're probably scared of you.
I know they are scared of me, yeah.
maybe they're intimidated by you.
Yeah.
Mackenzie,
they are.
what about you? What's your dating? How would you get on that one? So, do you go out dating much, and what would a guy have to do to get you to go on
I
a date?
don't really.
You don't.
No.
Why not? Is it a personal choice, or are you just busy?
I just can't be bothered.
Can't be arsed.
can't be
I hear that.
She's
Can't be
living a life.
bothered.
It's a rigmarole too, isn't it? Like, were you on any of the apps?
Well, I got banned as well.
You got banned
And
as well.
When we moved, I actually wanted to download Hinge, and I'm also banned on that. I'm banned from all sites.
I would like to actually try dating because I love watching dating stories on TikTok. And I think even if the date went wrong, it'd be content for
It'd still
me
be
to
fun.
post anyway.
Yeah.
What about one of the dating shows, like First Dates or?
Well, I
you know?
nearly got onto Married at First
Is
Sight
it?
this
You
year.
wouldn't
do that.
Would you do that?
Yeah,
she
but they
wants
were
to.
a bit funny about the fact that I do OnlyFans and Babestation.
Right.
And then I met, when we went to the Glamour Awards, I met a girl from Married at First Sight. Remember Lacey Martin? She was really nice. And she said, I don't understand why they would kind of be dubious because you've had that background. She said, because all of the men on there have worked as strippers.
Oh.
Yeah. But I guess they haven't got like notoriety through it. I guess they go and do a little strip show and no one really knows they've done it, whereas I'm all over the internet. So
Why, I don't see why that should make it.
it's a family show.
It's a family.
it's just,
I mean, hold on
yeah.
a second. So are you trying to tell me that maths is augmented reality and that all those male guys are actual ex-models and strippers and that they're not just regular Joes like me and the guys? What?
Would you actually have got married? Like, are you looking to find love?
Yeah, on my audition, I was like, I've never been on a date with a stranger, so why not marry one? Be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or mental.
I would watch that, to be fair.
Yeah.
That would be a good show.
I mean, I think the thing that I probably like about that show most is meeting new friends and being in that experiment together. Because I love, like everybody says, so I will walk into a bar and make friends with everyone. So I might not get guys buying me a drink. Every time I go out, I meet new friends. And everyone's like, you're the most social person I've ever met.
Oh, we need
they
to
watch
find
me and
Levi
they're like, how does
love.
she just do that? Just make friends everywhere she goes. So I feel like
Yeah.
Married at First Sight probably come away with some great friends.
Do you think being like a glamour girl and cam girl puts men off?
In my experience, no one's
No.
ever been put off.
No, I don't think so.
No.
My husband didn't.
Have
didn't
they
care.
with you?
I'd say so, a little
Really?
bit.
Do you think that's generational?
Yeah.
I think probably generational.
People, I feel like in my generation, people are more funny about it.
Yeah.
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 I would imagine younger men. So you were, if you don't mind me asking your age, I know it's a cardinal sin.
My age
Yeah.
is 19.
19. Okay, so other 19-year-old lads might think
They're
they
still
want it,
immature.
but they're too immature. But they're
yeah.
probably like, oh, whoa, that's so cool. But then when it comes to the reality, they're like, oh. Is
I
that
don't like
it?
that.
But I suppose that's why is that why you're not dating? Because you can't be arse dealing with that.
Well, I feel like I'm not dating because I was in a relationship previously and that relationship has just made me not ever want to date again.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Really?
Well, we've all
Sorry.
been
Yeah.
through a few of them.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, Mackenzie is also a heartbreaker. These guys, they'll come
Where do you
into
think
my...
I get it from?
They'll come into my house and I think, oh, what lovely lads. And then she's like, yeah, I'm going to get rid of him tomorrow. And I know they've bought her jewellery and stuff. And I'm like, no.
Job done. Next.
Yeah.
Well,
Just leave the jewellery in the box by the door, mate. Thanks very much.
Next. That's fun.
oh, I feel bad for them.
Would you like just run your card through this machine here, please? And off you fuck. No, I'm only joking.
Right, let's ask some more questions. This is from Miss Bendy. Do either of you have any secret talents? I always hate
That's
that question.
A good one, yeah.
It's a good question.
Puts you on the spot.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
the
I'm
point.
quite good at doing the old boob flex like that.
Oh, like,
That's
what was that? Like,
And I can
man-
hold a
man-
lot in between there. Like, I don't have to wear a bra. I just put everything down there.
Like what?
It's a nice party
Well, I
trick.
A bottle
always-
of wine or?
I can do a bottle of wine, but I always hold the phone at work, so I can't be bothered to be
no.
like this.
So you're
So
more
I
like
just
this.
put it, and it's also a
Put it on
great table.
speakerphone.
Yeah.
So go on speakerphone. You're on tick, Ken.
But it's easy. It's my phone holder.
It's your shelf.
Tank Man, what do you both do for fun outside of camming? Sorry. His glasses need. Sorry, what do you both do for fun outside of camming?
Well, I live in restaurants, don't I?
Restaurants, clubs.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's the rent
local
like in those
bar.
restaurants?
I spend far too much on eating out and I don't actually eat. So it's a waste of money. Because I go in, I'll always order the most expensive dish off the menu as well because I always fancy
Like
the most
steak.
expensive. Yeah.
Or
Or like,
lobster.
yesterday I had this seafood platter and I ate about 2 prawns and it's like,
Stop.
what's the point?
It's nice
Some
to be
poor
there, though, isn't it?
fisherman was out in the waters for hours and hours.
I know.
Trawling for fish for you.
Oh, but is that? We'll go on to that in a
What?
minute. But is that you don't eat a lot because you're on your Ozempics, are you?
Yeah.
We'll go off on that in a minute. But she just not. She does eat, but not obviously.
I eat sort of like one small meal a day.
Yeah. So are you two together like a lot of? I mean, you obviously live together, so you do a
Yeah.
lot. You work together. You live together.
Like Bezzies.
You're just
Yeah.
like Bezies.
And we like going on like to haunted houses.
Oh, we love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was something that was kind of doing the rounds in the studio earlier. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we've
Where's the
witnessed
fact?
it. We've witnessed it.
You've witnessed it.
When
Okay.
I grew up in my mum and dad's house, I did a Ouija board a few times with my friends and it got very upset with us, started calling us hags and was going 666. Every time we did it, it was the same. And we'd always do it in my house. And the house just got full of static electricity. To touch the light switch, you would see the spark. And the video player, because this is going back before DVDs, you would kind of...
But you don't even know what a video
What's a
player is.
DVD?
What is that?
You want to have to earth yourself on the carpet before you touch the video player because the electric shocks. Things would burst, like we
I
had
love stuff
mirror
like
slides
this.
in wardrobes and they'd just go bang. The light
Like-
sort of globe things on the wall would just explode. And you'd hear in my bedroom, because it was detached.
Yeah.
So there was nothing the other side of my bedroom. And plus I'm upstairs. And you'd hear knocking, and then it would get louder and louder, and it
Oh, I
freaked
would
me
shit
out.
myself.
And stuff in mirrors, like I used to play the piano when I was young. So I had a little keyboard in my room as well that I could play on. Every night I'd go to sleep and see the LED light of the keyboard was on. Think, right, I've got to turn it off. When I got to it, it's not turned off, and then you'd hear banging on the wall. It was freaky. It was terrible.
Oh, I love this stuff.
Right.
This could be a whole podcast in itself because
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with like ghost stuff.
Yeah.
Ben here is a non-believer.
Well, I grew up in the north of Ireland, and that is riddled with old ghost stories. And my granny used to tell us a story about. She said we were in the kitchen, we were all sitting in the scullery, as they call it, and the bike in the corner, the lights went on, and the pedals started going
Oh, my
by itself.
God.
And she used to always tell us that it would make us shit ourselves. And then she said, and after I walked out of the house and I walked down the street and I said, good evening to Mr. Kelly. I said, good evening, Mr. Kelly, how are you doing? And then the next morning, someone came over and said, Mr. Kelly's been dead for 2 days. And I was like, and I couldn't sleep for years after that.
Right.
Do you think she
Well,
was just trying to
that's
traumatise you?
But
or?
recently, it turns out that ghosts only exist on Channel 5
Right.
with a bunch of people in an abandoned house outside of
No,
Scunthorpe.
ghosts.
Well,
I fully believe in ghosts. And you've started doing
Yeah.
Ouija boards as well, haven't you?
She
Not
got
anymore.
our last house haunted.
Yeah.
Is it following you around? Is that why? So a backstory.
with us now.
I'd say it is following me around. When I'm at my nan's house, I get really creeped out.
Well, you can't come home today then. You're not bringing it.
If you
to
had a
our new
message
place.
for the spirit that's bothering you, what would you like to say to him now? Because I can talk to him.
You're the one that's brought him to the Babestation dorms then.
nightmares. So when I go to sleep now, I have
Yeah.
to speak out loud, ask to be protected. I'm not joking.
I'm terrified of like somebody getting possessed or something. So when she's asleep, she has a lot of dreams where she's getting possessed and overtaken by
I'm
demons.
screaming
And
in
she
my
makes
sleep.
the noises so loud it wakes me up from my bedroom. I'm scared of the dark and I'm a wimp anyway. So
What
when I hear
noises
her,
is she making?
like demon noises, demon like The Exorcist,
Yeah.
and it's so scary to be woken up by her, like The Exorcist. So I'm a really bad mum. I don't run and comfort her. I'm terrified. I go,
She shouts.
Mackenzie, wake up! Like really shout
Leave her
until she
alone,
wakes
Satan!
up.
Oh my God, that's really scary.
It's
Yeah.
the
No, sorry,
most
I don't mean to
scariest
laugh.
thing.
And do you remember like when you wake up?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Is
comes
it
and
lucid
sleeps in
dreaming
the
as
bed
well?
with me.
I don't know what's
No,
worse.
it's really scary.
Yeah.
Sleeping in bed with her,
Very
she's demonic.
repetitive.
So it's a recurring dream, a recurring
Oh,
nightmare.
One I remember is I'm possessed and I'm sitting in my bedroom at the doorway and I'm just chucking things down the stairs.
Maybe
Some of
it's
them we
best you
interpret
don't
them.
date yet.
Yeah.
Because,
I mean, that's good first date fodder.
First night. If you weren't doing what you do for a living, what would you do instead?
I'd be doing my aesthetics, I guess, because I do aesthetics and I started training in beauty when I was young and I love injecting someone's face
Well,
and
Yeah.
doing certain treatments.
What
And I
about-
get to do them all on myself as well. So,
Cheaper.
yeah.
Levi.
Levi.
Hi, I'm a professional podcaster. I want to know about what first got you started in the industry. How old were you? What was your route in? How'd you get into the biz?
So I sort of grew up in that era where Jordan was on Page 3 and Pamela Anderson was a big deal. And so I grew up wanting to be a Page 3 girl. And in my head, Page 3 was like the top you could be modelling.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, well, I have to start off with a bit of catalogue modelling. Then when I get better at that, I'll have to do all the runway stuff. And then when I get really good, I'll get on Page 3, which of course isn't the case
Yeah.
at all. But in my eyes, Page 3 was my my goal. And my mum and dad's wanted me to go into law, which I did want to go into, but I thought, you know, age isn't on your side. And back in those days, you've only got until 26, really, and then your career's over. So I was like, no, I'm just going to try modelling, and then later on I can go into the whole law thing. And I was lucky. I got some pictures done, sent them off straight away, got into the Daily Sport, got a good agency. They put me in Lads Mags. And then about 6 months after that, Babestation got in touch. So, yeah.
So you've been at Babestation for a long time. You're like one of the OGs.
Yeah.
So when you first went on camming, like, did it just come naturally to you? Because I remember when you were trying to pitch me for Babestation, I just don't have, I'd love to like have a go on it, but I don't have I'd just laugh. I can't take things seriously.
Well, when me and Danny Levi do our shows together, one tiny thing will set us off and we are crying. Her eyelashes
but you can just turn it on like...
But guys literally will hold all on the line, sit there paying in the private for us to laugh for 20, and we can't pull ourselves together for about 20 minutes. And I don't know why guys don't hang up on us, but they really patiently wait for us to. And it's the stupidest thing will set us off, and we can't stop laughing. But
do you do daytime and nighttime?
Yeah.
So like with the sex chat and stuff, did it just come naturally out?
No, I was terrified.
Like how do you?
Yeah, it was so basically you'd just sort of have to learn to do it, and people would like read the problem pages of the Daily Sport and stuff because they were kind of erotic tales, so you could get ideas from that. There's always loud music in the studio, and we'd all have our own cameraman. And I used to remember when I started, if the music went too quiet, I used to think, they can hear what I'm saying. But now it's so normal. I mean, but I do remember those days where it was...
I'm guessing did you like learn from watching your mum, or did it just...
No. That would be so weird.
Well, I'm just wondering.
These are questions that will come
up. I just watch her and learn.
I mean, you learn from the best, so I don't know if that's how it would. How did it come about? I mean, I've got so many questions. I don't even know where to go at an angle here. But so growing up, obviously, you knew your mum did this kind of stuff, and was your friends all right with that? Did you get picked on or anything like that? Because I always wonder how that came about for you to go down that avenue.
So when I was in school, it all started in primary school, actually, when boys saw my mum in the playground when she'd come to pick me up. And then at that age, people sort of knew about it.
Yeah.
And, there was a group of boys in my class and they was horrible to me.
Were they?
Boys are horrible.
Yeah, really horrible.
So you decided, fuck yous, I'm going to do this despite this.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Did you like stand up for yourself, or was it just...
Not in primary school, no. So I was still very shy.
Yeah. And then as you got to high school, I guess you understood more, like, your mum's making a fortune and this is...
Yeah.
I want a bit of that.
Yeah.
Well, at one point, she did talk to me and say, look, I'm getting a lot of stick at school.
Yeah.
And I said, I would give up my job.
Yeah.
I said, that's fine if it makes it easier for you at school. I said, but we just have to remember, obviously, maybe you won't be getting new Moncler coats all the
lifestyle
time.
And the
holidays. And within a second, she went, oh, don't worry about it then.
Yeah.
That's right. Over it. I'll deal with it.
I'll get over it. And then when you obviously left high school, is that when you thought, I'm going to give it a go? Did you know you wanted to do that? Or?
No. So I actually I never looked down on my mum's job, but I always said to myself, I'm not going to be like my mum. So when I left school, I actually went into business admin, and I really wanted to do like office work in a bank. And then lockdown happened. So obviously I wasn't earning any money.
Oh, is that where it all stemmed from?
Yes, lockdown. And I thought, I'm just going to set up an OnlyFans account, make some money during lockdown. And within a day, I started it in the evening and I woke up the next morning and I'd earned a lot of money overnight. So I said, I'm actually going to stick with this.
Yeah, this is the way forward.
Then it went really well. So I was like, Mum, I'm going to sign up to CAMS. And then I signed up to CAMS and never looked back.
Talk to me about boundaries.
I've always just done topless on sort of webcam and stuff, and people push for more. They'll always push for more.
They always push for more.
And, you know they're not going to get more now from me because I've been around for so long, but they'll still try it. And I'm usually quite patient, you know, with them. And I'm just like, oh, cheeky you, maybe one day.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like saying,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're on your right to do that. Do you have your regulars? Do you have the people that you feel like you could be like, all right, Tim 348, that's enough, knock it off? Or do you like not want to lose customer business?
Yeah,
you have to kind of delicate balance.
I don't want to lose customers, and also I actually really, really like the people I talk to.
And they probably like the chase, the possibility of she might for me it's something special. Yeah. And what about you? Do you do topless?
Yeah, topless.
No fully nudies. No. And do you ever do content together?
Yeah, but it will be sort of maybe just fetish stuff.
Yeah, we used
to have someone who liked to sit in like desserts together. PG stuff, no sexual stuff.
You would never
together.
do like topless content together?
We'd do topless pictures together.
Yeah, we have
People
for
would
the
probably
odd.
love that.
Yeah.
I bet that's got a big market.
Yeah, well, we plan when she gets back to shoot some because we will be putting it as a pay-per-view out because people pay money. But yeah.
I mean, a lot of people probably find, but I find it quite, what's your take on it?
On what?
If they do topless together?
I'm a good Irish Catholic boy, so I have to say, for the record,
Disgusting.
Wouldn't be my cup of tea, but to each their own.
It probably
right,
is
Ma?
disgusting to some people, but isn't a lot of stuff that people do on OnlyFans?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what I said.
There's an audience for it, so...
Well, the
There's
thing
an audience
is,
for everything,
whenever we went on holiday, I'd always topless sunbathe anyway because I've always worked on Babestation, so I can't come home with...
Like lines,
So it's always
and
been...
I'm not saying like you're going to start getting off with each other, but even pictures together, that's got a hell of a market. So, I mean, why not? Is what my take on it.
What's the family think about it? What is your family's vibes on it?
Very supportive.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Very supportive,
Cool.
Well, my mum wasn't so much because I don't know, you probably had the same, you know, the model cards we used to have back in the day, which have some pictures and your measurements on it. So I had my modelling cards and I'd put them like under my bed because I was still trying to get somewhere with modelling and I had them. And my mum found them, started ringing around all my aunties saying she's a prostitute. I found her calling cards that she puts up in the phone boxes. Oh my God. So my auntie rang me and she went, I'm sure this isn't true, but your mum thinks you're a prostitute. And I said, actually, I'm in the Daily Sports Day. So that was the first time I'd come out. I was like, I'm a model. And so my mum and dad are very posh. My mum comes from a very sort of like... Yeah, my mum, especially with my mum's telephone voice, she talks like the Queen. I used to always think, can't you just say ain't, Mum? You know, just...
So I wonder, how did she feel when Mackenzie started getting into it?
She was so used to me doing it.
I was going to say.
No judgment left,
You took the hit on that and then...
Yeah, I mean, my mum was like anti it for a while, but then she started doing my accounts for me, for my taxes.
See what you're earning.
Because my mum loves doing spreadsheets and she's, you know, she always worked in an office and stuff. So she'd always do my tax returns for me.
It's good having it.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't do it anymore, but she used to, you know, so she was fine with it. And at one point, I used to get bought so many gifts. A lot of the stuff didn't fit or wasn't great. So my mum was like, I'll sell this for you on eBay. But she then gave up because she got a lot of sleazy messages from people. And she was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, this is meant to skip me.
Is Dad on the scene?
Yeah or no?
I mean, because he can't, it's difficult to have an opinion on it, of you doing it, because... Obviously.
Yeah, so he's actually blocked me on Facebook and everything. No. He's like, I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to see it.
Oh, really?
Because she posts like a lot of half naked stuff, you know.
Not on Facebook. You can't do that on Facebook.
No.
Well, lingerie.
Lingerie, right.
Yeah. My mum will repost all my modelling pictures. It's well embarrassing. And then on her page, all my mum's friends don't like the pictures. And I'm like, Mum, no one wants to see me in my underwear.
Nanny Belinda likes a lot of your stuff. She's like, on her dad's side, she's like, Nanny Belinda's liked this again. She's got like a love ends toy in her hand or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that though. I mean, it's supportive.
Yeah, everyone's supportive.
Yeah, that's good.
What's tough in the industry? What have you found that's been like, fuck, I can't do this anymore, or this is not supportive for my mental health or anything like that?
No, never. The only thing that I found a little bit tough at one point was I had to work in Bristol at one point, and that was just the journey, you know, and so you're going to stay there and do as many shifts as possible because you don't want to go up and down to Bristol all the time. So, you know, I'd feel a little bit homesick.
Yeah.
But also because we were all staying there, we felt like we was in a student house or something. We all woke up together. We all ate food together. We'd go out for drinks together, and we were all in it together. So it was really fun. But the journey just... on the way there, I used to start feeling a bit homesick.
So your family's cool with it? Friends? Anybody? Have you lost any friends from it?
All my friends have
some of our
joined me
previous
now.
guests had.
All her friends do it.
Oh, really? Cool.
Was you, you were the one that started it, obviously, Levi, and then what of your
I
friends?
was the first out of
And
my
they've all been like,
friends, yeah.
how much you're making? Oh, I can't see that.
What's the craziest request you've had on Babestation? The one that's made you go like, nope.
Well, one guy, he likes, he's got an obsession with sweat on the forehead. So he contacts me a lot when I'm at home on Babestation cams, and he'll be like, put on as much leather as possible, but it's to make me sweat. And he just wants zoomed in on my forehead so close so you can see a little. And it's really hard to make yourself sweat like that.
When you Botoxed up as well.
I dip my hand in some water and quickly go like that. And then I'm like, it's so hot now. Look at it.
You're telling your tricks.
Yeah.
I might be watching.
What she meant to say was she does 15 squats to get the sweat going.
What about you? How long have you done cams now?
About...
You've done it a long while
Yeah.
now.
Oh, so you're not like brand new to
Not
it?
novice.
Oh,
So you must have had some weird... Do you just do topless as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had any like weird... I mean, they must try and push you to your limits.
Oh, yeah, they do.
How do you like handle that though?
Well, sometimes I do find it overwhelming.
You just tell to do one, and they're just like pushing.
Or do you just say no, not going to do that. That's far. Let's move on. Is there like,
I've
are
had
there
some
ways
people
to
be really rude to me when I don't want to do what they're asking.
See, one thing that sometimes when I'm a bit impatient and a guy's like, go on, take your knickers off, and they'll start going, well, so-and-so did that and so-and-so did that. And in a way, sometimes I feel like that could be classed as a bit groomy, so step back,
absolutely.
you know.
And
they don't understand they're being a little bit groomy. They don't get it, you know, they're thinking with that. But I always say to people, because a lot of people ask me for like advice on webcam and stuff, so there's always that end show button. If you feel yourself in a situation where you don't know what to say or someone's being a bit pushy, you end your show, because Wi-Fi can cut out. They don't know you're ending the show. People, their show's cut out in the middle of us all the time. You can easily just click that
Have you
button.
done that a few times?
Yeah. Have you ever done like a sorry, I think
That'd be me all the time. I panic. End show. Don't know what to say. End show.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'd be like,
sorry, I'm losing you there. Sorry, there's got another call coming through.
Computer's turned off.
The computer says fuck off.
Yeah.
How do you both use social media, and do you try to kind of take breaks from it? What's your thing on there? What's your strategy with social media?
I mean,
keep consistent.
Yeah. You two, I've stalked your social media before we came on, so you two are quite good at promoting yourself, but you don't show much of your personal life, really. Although you've started doing a bit more.
Yeah.
I've changed my Instagram because I'm constantly getting deleted all the time, and I don't...
She's on like a 59th profile.
54th.
54th profile
54th.
on Instagram.
But it was just all lingerie pictures, so I understand. So I now do more story time, PG, but every now and again I will whack in something a bit sexy, so it can kind of get lost in all the PG stuff.
Knock off the algorithm a bit.
Yeah.
And people really enjoy my story times. Literally every time I work on Babestation or go onto my OnlyFans, people are talking to me about an Instagram post I've made, or they're asking me.
Maybe it's because it's bringing out like a different side of you that they're not used to.
I think they're liking the insight into my life a little bit because they're getting to see a bit of a different side to me. It's working really well, so I'll just keep doing it.
Have you had any like negative shit on social media, or do you find it mostly like supportive and just wanting to see
mostly supportive, sometimes some negative comments,
probably mainly
but
from women,
always from like fake accounts or like user 123.
Yeah.
Well, I've started getting a few trolls, and I really want trolls. Like, I'm trying to get trolls.
I
love the trolls
because I think their comments are absolutely hilarious.
Do you pull
and
them up and
sometimes
shame them?
No. But I'm really trying to get some more trolls. So every now and again, I'll do like a rage bait post, and then I get lots of trolls.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can see a comment that I can then make more content out of. So,
ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
I do posts like, why does everyone say I've got fake boobs? Like, clearly they're not fake. People go absolutely mad, and they're like, you're fake from head to toe. I love it.
That's what gets the viewing, isn't it?
Or if I say I'm really, really rich, people go mad.
Do they?
Like, I'm just so rich.
I'm just too rich.
I've got so much money, and they go mad. They're like, whoever pays for you must be blind.
Dicks.
That's what attracts people, though.
Yeah,
people like a bit of
I
drama.
love that. I need more trolls, but I don't want to do too much rage baiting because I am known as a really nice and caring person by my fans. So I'll do the odds one because it's funny, but I don't want to just rage bait for views because I'd rather keep my fan base, you know.
Anyway, we're going to go into a big old serious topic here now.
The Ozempic debate.
I've got a question for you. Everyone getting called out for secretly using Ozempic. A lot of people online are saying it's a lazy option, that if you present your weight loss as hard work, it's misleading, or just another thing we do for approval now. Thoughts?
I'm a GLP-1's biggest fan. I literally, my algorithm on Instagram is peptides and like retatrutide. Like, I barely see any of my friends on it because I love the information.
Yeah.
I've been on a GLP-1 course and I was the only non-medic. And I because I already knew so much about it, I was like putting points forward, and these doctors was like, good point. And I was thinking.
So you take it.
Yeah.
How long have you been on it for?
So I took it for a year and I lost 4 stone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then I didn't take it again for, I don't know, maybe a year and a half. And then at the beginning of this year, I thought, I could do another stone for the summer, you know. So I've only had like 3 jabs this year.
Yeah.
I've lost half a stone.
Is that like
already.
classed as microdosing?
No, because I do take.
Is it microdose Ozempic?
Yeah, but the microdosing would be like a really low dose, whereas I'm taking the 2.5 milligram, but I would just take one every 3 weeks or whatever. And I don't think it's cheating at all. I think when people say it's cheating, like what? So if someone goes to the gym, is that cheating then? If someone's at Weight Watchers, is that cheating? I mean,
if I was taking steroids, I would consider that cheating if I was at the gym.
Well, if you were competing though, you're not allowed to
You're
use a GLP-1 because I met a woman who she does bodybuilding, she does the shows, and she said no, she should be disqualified if they found a GLP-1 in her blood. Then they're not allowed to take any form of peptides or anything, or clearly not steroids.
I wasn't going to share this information, but here I am being an oversharer. So I actually tried Mounjaro a few months back, and obviously it wasn't prescribed from a medic, but I did it, and the first week I took it, I was buzzing. Like, I felt amazing. I felt so good on it, and the food noise just went. And I don't have a problem with my weight. It was literally one of those things where I want to lose a bit of weight before my holiday after Christmas. So I did it. Injection was fine. The second dose that I did, I was so ill after it.
Yeah.
And it's traumatized me. I couldn't keep water down at one point. I was so nauseous on it. And I was like, that's it. I'm not doing it again.
But that could have been a black market product because it shouldn't make you that sick. It does make you sick.
But I do think after doing the research, I think I know where I went wrong because my food noise went off. And I'm one of those people, if I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat. So I didn't eat. I weren't getting any protein. I wasn't thirsty. I wasn't getting...
Yeah, it's hard to drink fluids.
I think I got to the point where I was so dehydrated that I ended up in hospital.
Right.
And they was like, and I was so embarrassed because I was like, they were like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I've taken a fat job. And I could see them looking at me like, are you joking? Like, I don't need a fat job. And I know that I wasn't overweight. I was literally just thought, well, it's there. I'm going to try it.
Well, Mounjaro, I always say to people, stay away from that because it has the side effects and you put a lot of the weight back on when you stop. So pharmacies will push that because they're there for the money. Yeah. They don't want you to complete your weight loss
don't want
journey.
You to stop anything.
So, they're going to push them on Mounjaro and that's not... I mean, you've got retatrutide out now and it's not FDA approved yet, but it's about to be. Retatrutide is amazing if you look at the clinical trials in stage 3 at the moment. But unfortunately, there's so many people selling fake retatrutide and I see it all day long on my Facebook and I kind of, because I know what the fake ones are. I'm an expert on these things, especially people pushing these Levi ones. Levi is a company that was closed down like nearly a year ago.
Yeah, you've got to be
so
careful,
when these are
haven't you?
popping up, I'm like, this is so, stop it. And people are selling this stuff.
Well, this is what I was scared of.
Now, if you're going to sell something that you actually don't know what it is, and if that person, they could have an overdose on it.
Know, that's what I was
They could
convinced had
suddenly
happened to
get
me.
pancreatitis or something and nearly die. You're going to get done for manslaughter, you idiot. What are you doing?
So what are the regulations on it and what are the stipulations and caveats for weight? Like you have to be a certain weight to be able to qualify for it, right? Unless you get it off the dark web, I guess, right?
Well, I mean, you can...
Not the dark web.
You can get it off of people who aren't sort of going to... like the pharmacies, they have to adhere to certain regulations. People who sell retatrutide anyway, it's not FDA approved. And people sort of slag that off, but neither is creatine, neither are multivitamins, neither are the B12 jabs that I am fully insured to jab people with. And they will never be FDA approved, by the way, because they've been around for so long. Retatrutide will be very, very shortly. So people who are selling that obviously are selling it and they're not going to be like, oh, how much do you weigh? They're going to sell it. But not everybody knows that they're selling the right stuff and not everybody knows dosages.
I didn't even get weighed when I got... when I bought my pen.
That's what's a bit worrying, right? I mean, like what's the regulation behind it? Like, because if you don't need it, needed, surely there should be safeguards in place where people don't do it just because they're like, oh, I could.
But that's with everything. You could say that about everything.
Yeah,
like
but if it's dangerous though, if there's dangerous side effects because if it's not actually doing its job for actual weight loss, if it's just taking off little bits, the side effects outweigh the benefits.
There's many health benefits.
Okay.
So
this is I'm educating.
Yeah, it's going to bring down your blood pressure, bring down your blood sugars. It cuts your risk of kidney disease. It's lowering your risk of heart attack, stroke, and it reverses fatty liver because when your liver is overproducing glucose, that turns directly into fatty deposits in your liver. Now, this stops the overproduction of glucose in your liver. Right. Therefore, we know how regenerative our livers are. Then it starts to get rid of those fatty deposits. I mean, statistically, I read that the average UK person has 30% fat in their liver. Wow. And anything over 5% means your liver is not functioning properly. So to get your liver, I mean, retatrutide, they're showing in some of the trials that it can cut the risk of breast cancer, pancreatic, thyroid, and lung cancer by 50%.
That's awesome.
That's good.
It lowers your risk of getting dementia when you're older. I mean, there's some really fantastic health benefits to it. And I know people who do actually microdose, not because they want to lose any weight, because they want to
just
sort of garner the health benefits from it as well.
Have you taken the jab?
No.
No. I mean, you don't.
She
need to.
tries to put on weight. She's bought all sorts of syrups and stuff off Amazon.
What are you using to bulk up?
Well, nothing
Is it bulk
at the
up?
moment.
Syrup.
Steroids.
Yeah,
She's on the steroids.
How's your roid rage?
Bad. Very bad.
No, honestly, are there products that you're taking to put on weight if that's
So there
something you're looking into?
was, about a year ago, it was like this syrup, but then again, I heard really bad stuff about that, so I stopped taking it.
Yeah, the problem is as well is like a lot of people, I think with the lack of regulations, a lot of dodgy companies are just making a lot of shit with a lot of shit in them, bulking them up with a lot of fucking e-numbers and crap. Yeah. And if you get that Zucca app, and if you got the Zucca app, it's like you can scan the back of the barcode and it comes up with all the chemical compounds and stuff in it and rates it out of 100. Right. Like I bought one in a shaving foam the other day and it was 1 out of 100. Perfumes are out, microplastics are in everything. So it's like, you know, there's all that stuff. But these are, you know, obviously companies are just out for profit.
Yeah.
So if they're going to say, yeah, like it's the same with like protein bullshit. You know, the amount of protein powders and stuff that they sell and grenade bars, it's all shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's all full of sugar and fat and sweeteners and crap. And it doesn't really do much. You know, like the buzz drinks at the gym and it's like, drink this before you work out. Oh, it basically makes you feel tingly, but it doesn't do anything.
I tried one of them one time when I was going to the gym and I felt like I was going to faint.
Yeah, same.
My
it makes you
legs
like all
felt
tingly.
like I was getting stabbed all down my legs.
Exactly. It's like little electrical
and it lasted
buzzes.
like that all day.
I sometimes feel like that after a Red Bull.
But it's basically, because it's about 800 grams of caffeine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was awful.
But also, I think a lot of people will ask me about GLP-1s and stuff like this. And I had a guy saying to me, he's taking retatrutide. And he's like, well, I keep seeing on Instagram, this person has gone from that to that in 8 weeks. And I'm like, that's an Instagram influencer. He's giving you a discount code to a retatrutide site. He did not do that in 8 weeks.
No way.
It's absolutely impossible. I said, you've got to realise things just take time.
Yeah.
You
And
might,
it depends on the person as well. It depends how you manage it. I mean, I
Yeah.
probably could have lost 19 stone in 2 weeks because I didn't eat a thing.
And the thing is about social media, it's not like regulated by Ofcom or anything, is it? So you can do as much
Wild
fake
West.
advertising
It's
as you
Wild
want on
West.
there because there's no regulation.
Do you think celebs and influencers should be honest if they're doing like Ozempic?
be out of
No,
work.
I think everybody has the right to keep stuff to themselves.
Do you?
People could be embarrassed about taking it. Not everyone's as confident enough to go, I'm taking a jab every day.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
are insecure about stuff, so everyone's got the right to keep a secret.
Absolutely.
But I think like when overweight celebrities just appear and they're thin and they're like, I've been
we all
going to
know.
the gym.
Oh, yeah.
I think they should be more open about it because it's.
But I know people who've had like mini facelifts who I work with, and they're so embarrassed to tell anyone.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they just feel insecure about. Maybe they feel like they've cheated, or I don't know.
And
do you
maybe
know
it's a
what I mean?
combination of both. Some people, I'm sure some do like little bits of the jabs and train. I think Judy Love did that, and she but had a personal trainer, but she was also having a wee bit of help. And like, you know, that's dead on. Like, and also even if you don't want to and you just want to do it and you don't want to go to the gym or you just want to lose the weight and you're doing the jab, to each your own, as long as you're not like, you know, as long as you know the risks involved and
it's not like
part of your
somebody would
business.
be like, oh, guess what, I'm on the slim fast diet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Some
not
people
everything
probably
needs to
would.
be
And
announced.
And that needs to be announced, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just an over-announcer then. If people like say, your boobs
I'm
look
an
good, I'm like, I
over-announcer,
paid for these to be lifted. Your teeth look good. Yeah, paid for these. Your handbag's good. Yeah, it's a fake. It's not a fake.
It's not fake. We're going to have a wee bit of fun now. This round is called Content Creator Habits. So we're going to do this as a kind of Mr. and Mrs. Do you know what that was?
Mr. and
Mrs. So basically,
Mackenzie's too young for this.
she's too young and
It's too
now.
old for me.
Well, we both give you a question or a scenario, and you each have to answer what you think the other person would do in that situation.
Okay.
One example is who takes longer to get ready for a shoot?
Go.
Right.
Women.
No, between you two.
You two.
You do. She takes forever.
No, actually, me. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do take really long.
But I think over the years, because I'm used to working on live TV, having short breaks, I can get ready, full face of makeup, get dressed
Done
15
a shift,
minutes.
she's still getting ready.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
busted out quick. What are we talking about here, like time-wise? What's the average time to get ready?
She'll take about 2 hours.
What?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is with me is I
She even
faff
takes
about
ages in
a
the
lot.
shower. Like, what are you doing in the
what?
shower?
I don't know. It's just-
Yeah, doing
Singing,
what?
dancing.
We don't need to know that.
Yes, we do.
Oh, I'm in and out of the
She
shower, me.
faffs around.
Faffing around.
And do you know what
Yeah.
she does
That's what
when
they
she
call it
gets
these days,
ready?
guys, huh?
She gets everything out of her wardrobe and just throws it all over her bedroom. Like,
Yeah,
get one
I'm
outfit out.
bad
If you
for
don't
that.
want to wear it, put it back.
Who does put it back? You?
No. She has to tidy her own room.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Okay. Who is more likely to reply at fans at 2 a.m?
You.
You think so?
Sure,
Yeah,
sleep.
I'm in bed by then.
Yeah.
Screaming demonic noises by the
Yeah,
sound.
yeah. I'm sorry, Mum. I've got an exorcism booked in at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Who's more organised in content planning?
Me.
Ma.
Do you organise the both of you?
No, but I literally go away once a year and I shoot a year's worth of
Do you?
content and it's all there, yeah.
That's actually a really good idea.
And
Yeah.
how
I
long would
need
it
to do
take
that.
you? Like,
So I go away for a week. So I'll be going at the beginning of June. We're going to Spain with Mike Cohen again. And it's great. So I'll wake up, I go into hair and makeup at 9 in the morning, shoot 10 till 12, then take my makeup off, sunbathe, wait for everyone else, and then we go out for dinner. And I come home with a year's worth of content.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
is that what, are you going to start
She
doing
faffs
that?
around.
You a
I've took her
faffer?
out there before and I'm like, just take
I just
some
sit
pictures.
by the pool.
I'm a bit of a faffer like that. Once
Here
I
for
get in
the
the sun,
perks.
I've got no
Yeah.
energy to do anything. I'm like, maybe tomorrow.
I find I'm really productive in the morning anyway. I usually get up
Same.
about 6:30, 7 every morning. And by 9 o'clock, I've done a full day's work. I've earned my target amount of money. And I forget because I feel like time goes really slowly in the morning. You get loads done. And I mean, the other day, I needed to order more of my aesthetic stuff. So, like WhatsApped a couple of the pharmacies where I buy bits and
Not
bobs
open yet.
from, and I got an auto reply. We'll get back to you when we're in.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
like,
like, chill out,
how are you
mates."
not at work? And then I looked at the clock and it was 5 to 9. I'm like, how have I literally just done everything for the day and it's not even 9 o'clock yet? By 10:30, I'm ready for lunch.
But
I'm
yeah.
like, because I feel like I've been awake
yeah,
for ages.
same.
I'm like, I can't go to lunch at
time are you going
10:30
to
in the
bed?
morning. So
If
when
you're
I'm
up replying to messages at 2 a.m.
no, because I do wake up usually for bits and I will send out replies. But
Oh, right.
usually if I haven't gone out, so in the weekdays, I will go to bed sort of around 10 o'clock at night.
And then she wakes up at 3 a.m, watches a whole film.
Yeah, sometimes I watch whole film in the middle of... I
That's
call it
'cause
my,
you woke her
my
up,
lunch
yeah.
break from... I have a little lunch break in the middle of my sleep, wake up, watch a film,
Yeah,
go back
that's
just go
to
back to
bed.
sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is their account suddenly blows up overnight. What's their first move?
So I guess what
What
would
would they
your
spend
first
their
move
money
be?
on?
Yeah.
So she would definitely book a holiday to Bali.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd
Oh.
love to go to Bali.
Yeah.
Where's
Do
the
you
furthest
know what
afield
I'd
you've been?
do? You must know. What
Buy
I'd
loads of
buy.
designer stuff.
No, you know. What would I buy?
A Porsche.
Well,
Yeah.
My dream car. I just need a Porsche taken in my life.
right, we need to get
Every
some more
Porsche
names
she
on
sees
a
on the road, she's
I
like,
go, I
"You're
love
mine."
you.
What colour would you get?
White with yellow calipers.
Ooh, she's
911?
thought this through.
Carrera.
No, the Taken. I really like
Oh,
the
the-
Taken,
oh,
the
the
electric
Taken.
one. See, I'd go for a Panamera as well, but I just like the Taken. Everyone's like, but it's fully electric, so it'd be annoying.
Yeah.
Go for the Panamera, but just honestly, I love it. And I can spot a Porsche from a mile off, like in my rearview mirror, and I'm like, just wait for it to overtake, and I'm like, love you.
There you go. There's your special talent. I can spot a Porsche
Yeah.
3 times
Yeah.
Can smell
Porsche out here in the
miles
distance.
away.
over. Yeah.
Okay, they get a weird but harmless request. Do they accept or decline? I mean, decline, obviously, over here.
No, we get weird requests all the time. It's
Yeah.
actually just normal now.
Do you get like weird requests to do stuff together?
Well, like eating desserts and stuff. I mean, we get a lot of inappropriate requests
Oh,
that
yeah, I
people
bet.
want us to do together.
With the eating desserts, if they want you to feed each other or just...
Yeah, we fed each
Yeah.
other, we fed ourselves, yeah.
What happens if one of you loses motivation? How do you get the other person back on track? Has it ever happened?
Well, you don't lose motivation, but I'd say I do.
Yeah. And what is that? What does that look like to you? What is the motive? What is the motive? How do you load motivation? Is it just general melee, like I can't be arsed doing this anymore, or you
Well,
know?
I always feel like I've got ADHD.
Uh-huh.
You don't believe in that, but
No.
I'm telling you I do. I get very distracted, or like I'll really be focused on something,
Mhm.
and then it's like, oh no, I'm bored of this now. And
yeah.
yeah.
Is it a procrastination thing, or is it a focus thing?
focus.
It's a focus thing.
Yeah,
right.
I'm the same.
Okay.
Take some
Same.
NAD.
Take some what?
I'll give you
LSD. I'll have some LSD.
NAD.
Get some
No,
LSD.
speaking of microdosing, LSD is very good for microdosing for anxiety and mental
Well,
health.
I wouldn't do that, but I have microdosed mushrooms.
I mean, it's just
you?
I mean, it's essentially the
I know a
same
few
thing.
people
It's
that
just
So
have
the
done
something.
that.
first person who actually gave me mushrooms was Lindsay Dunn Mckenzie.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know, so many people do it though.
Yeah.
Apparently
Mushrooms
it's-
are the way
yeah.
forward. I
Well,
mean,
it
it's
is-
been scientifically
I've
proven to
heard
reduce
there's a lot
anxiety.
of- yeah.
Yeah, there's lots
I'd
of
be
clinical
too scared to do it, but I know.
Well, if you do it in small
You have
dosage again.
microdosed.
Yeah, and I so Lindsay also gave me one. So
Yeah. Did you have oil or
Can
chocolate?
Lindsay give me some?
Just
Oh.
the actual mushroom.
Just the
I
actual
was
mushroom.
petrified.
Yeah, 'cause
I
they
was
have
so
them.
scared. I
Did
thought
anything
something-
happen?
Nothing happened to me, but I was thinking, is something going to happen? Like, what's going to?
Well, that's probably because it was
Lindsay,
a
can
microdose.
I have a mushroom, please, wherever you are?
Yeah, I mean, I've had mushroom chocolate bars before, and they're
Me
really
too,
good.
but I had too much.
Did you have
and
too
I-
much? See,
really-
I don't know if there is such a thing as
Did
too
you end up on a
much.
different
Did you
planet?
not see any welted
So I
worlds?
went through, me and my friend done it. She went on a really different planet. Like she was seeing things, but I went on a really spiritual journey. And I
Nice.
actually, Papa came through to me. So my granddad,
Oh wow!
who passed away, and because he was very spiritual, and he came through to me. I literally heard him whisper in my ear.
I'm starting to think that Mackenzie's like a portal to the other side.
Yeah,
I feel like I am.
Maybe you are. You're a white
Yeah.
witch.
yeah.
She's getting all these spirituals and ghosts
Yeah.
come for her.
Who's better with money?
Me.
You. Okay, go on. Yeah.
Good with money. I have a lot of money,
But
so
you also
I
go
do
to-
throw
you
a lot
also
of it
go to
around.
a lot of
but-
restaurants.
Yeah, I'll take some.
Yeah.
I love money.
But I would never like get a credit card or go in an overdraft or
No.
anything.
That's
I
good.
do earn a lot of money each month, so
Yeah.
there's a lot to play with each month.
Does she spoil you with her money?
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Yeah. I never have to spend my money.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why she's better with
Yeah.
money, because she doesn't spend it.
yeah. If she comes out with me, she knows she's not spending a penny, and
That's what you want.
I think that's why she's not as motivated at work, because she knows I'll always pay for stuff.
Yeah.
and-
But do you know what she says to me? If I don't ever want to work again, I don't have to because
That's
she's got
great.
me.
yeah.
Oh,
That's great. Do you need a new son?
Oh, it's been really nice to have you on. I feel like I've still
Yeah.
got loads of questions, like 3 more episodes worth, but I guess we can't go over that much. So
Well, it's been really good fun anyway.
Yeah. Thanks for joining
Yeah.
us, guys.
Thanks for having us anyway.
You're through to option one.
Option 1